Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check 13. Check 13.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 61 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions 0. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Stafford Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check tight. Check tight.
Kill, kill, kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Ready? You waiting? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this. Over first and 10 at at their own 19-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. I'm the blue lady. 53's Mike. Double dog. That's the way. 6 guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. Jet, 57. Yellow. Here we go.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Right there, 56. Hey, 57 color. Flare.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This complete to Lockett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
No. Off.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He's got daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Let's make the 54. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
50 the mic. Come to my world. We want it. Come on. Check. Lucky.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Like 50. 3 buzz. Watch twist. Hey, 24. Check 3. Shift. Switch.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
First down, Texans.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Run, watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby.
Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
31. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Check 50. Check 50. Shoot. He's crashing.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
19, 24. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. James Conner. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go, D.
Check 9. Check 9. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. I've got blue lady.
Yeah, right there. 56.
Good side. Come on. Right side.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going. Backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. These two teams all tied after one. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Connor.
Undercut.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Watch the screen.
On first down, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Yellow. There's a wide right. 53. Defense, win it. 15.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, 43. Watch the curls.
Watch the edge.
Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Check. Check hot route. Hot. You gotta go, man.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run.
51, 31, 51. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up.
Now it's Watson. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
I'm going to run you over.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike 51.
Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, what a move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
We're set. 19. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
We're set. 19.
Stay with your man.
And let's go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Push him back.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Seahawks 37-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
59.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Steps away to his left. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to
Yellow. Check 3. Check 3.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
I'm coming for you, son. Check 43.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. So that one will be accepted.
Come on, fellas.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, a give to Connor. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, a run with Connor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Give me some. Here we go. Check it back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if you need. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Sack lunch, baby.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
57 colors.
I'm coming after you. Charlie. Kill.
He's back to throw, finding room to the 20. It's complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Double up. He's coming.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
53 is the mic. I'm coming for you.
Mahomes to throw. And Stills bringing it in. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Let's go, Lou, Eddie!
Long day for you. Check 52. Chef. SOS.
Back to throw. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Watch yellow.
One final try for Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
And the celebration is now just an extra point away from being full on. Think about those who may have left the stadium a little bit early thinking their guys might not get this done. Oh, it got done, and in a big way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, a touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the posts.
So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.